Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It is now week 17 in the NFL, so we're back with my weekly NFL predictions. If you enjoy the content, make sure you do like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. With that being said, let's get to my week 17 predictions, and as always, we start with the previous week recap. My Seahawks beat the Rams in overtime. I honestly, until Shaheed scored that punt return touchdown, I really didn't have a lot of hope, but Seahawks pulled it out. Eagles beat the Commanders. Marcus Mariota got injured, and the Commanders kind of just did not have a prayer after that. Bears beat the Packers in overtime. Bears played very poorly, but they still edged it out. Bills beat the Browns. Yeah, that was a really weird game for the Bills. Chargers beat the Cowboys. I expected this game to be a lot closer, but Chargers kind of just pulled away and never looked back. Titans beat the Chiefs. It just looks like the Chiefs have given up at this point. They rested a ton of starters. Bengals beat the Dolphins. I thought the Dolphins would play better at home, but as soon as I saw that Quinn Ewers was the starter, I should have predicted that this was going to go the Bengals' way. Saints beat the Jets. Jets are a dumpster fire. Vikings beat the Giants. Yeah, kind of a game that I did not watch. Panthers beat the Buccaneers. Yeah, I thought the Buccaneers were going to put up more of a fight, but they have not looked good in a long time. Jaguars beat the Broncos. I was very impressed with the Jaguars, and Broncos they have not looked good since their bye week. Falcons beat the Cardinals. Yeah, kind of a nothing burger right there. Steelers beat the Lions. Yeah, Lions, it was a very weird and controversial ending, but Steelers pulled it out. Texans beat the Raiders. Raiders are not good, but they played really good against this Texans team. Patriots beat the Ravens. I don't understand this Ravens team at all. We'll get to it when we talk about the Ravens, but I don't understand this Ravens team. And the 49ers beat the Colts, so yeah, it is what it is. I was hoping the Colts could pull it out and Old Man Rivers could get it, but 10-6 on last week's predictions, so not too shabby at all. And after week 16, my record is 141, 96-1. My prediction percentage is 59.45%. I am hoping that we can get over that 60% mark. It has been a rough year for us, but hopefully we can get there. Now heading over to my top 5 NFL rankings heading into week 17. Coming in at number 5, I have the Niners. You got to give them respect. They are getting it done. They've had a lot of injuries this year, but they're still getting dubs. Their offense is looking really good. Brock Purdy is not making a lot of mistakes, so I got to give them respect. Number 4, I do have the Patriots. Patriots are still playing really good football. Their offense has dialed it back a little bit, but they still got the dub last week against the Ravens, and I think their defense is still decent. They let up a little bit too many of points for my liking right now, but I like what I'm seeing from the Patriots. Number 3, I do have the Denver Broncos. I think the Broncos are still probably the best team in the AFC. I just need their defense to get their shit together, and I think they will be very, very competitive come playoff time. Number 2, I did not move them. I have the LA Rams. I think the Rams are still really, really good, and I love what I see from the Rams offense. Their defense is just very hit and miss. Their defensive line is good, but everything else really worries me when they play really good teams. And number 1, unfortunately for everybody else, I got my Seattle Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are still really good. I think our defense had a very poor performance, but everything else was looking really good. And those 3 series where it went back to back to back 3 and outs for the Rams, our defense was looking really good. And I think if our defense could show up and we get a version of our offense that showed up in the fourth quarter of last week, I think this team is damn near unbeatable. So I love what I'm seeing from the Seahawks. And now heading into the week 17 playoff picture for the NFC, the Seahawks are currently sat at the number 1 seed. They have clinched a playoff spot. Sat at the 2 seed is the Chicago Bears, also claiming a playoff spot. Sat at the 3 seed is the Philadelphia Eagles, who have clinched their division. Number 4 seed is the Carolina Panthers, 4 and now. They are still contending with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are in the hunt. Number 5 seed is the San Francisco 49ers, who have also clinched a playoff spot. 6 seed is the LA Rams. I almost said LA Chargers. LA Rams, and they have also clinched a playoff spot. And number 7 seed is the Green Bay Packers. If the Packers win this week, the Lions are mathematically eliminated from the playoff contention. So pretty good. And those are our eliminated teams. There's quite a few at this point. So we're going to have a lot of decisions made heading into week 18. Now over to the AFC. The number 1 seed is the Denver Broncos, who have clinched that playoff spot. Number 2 seed is the New England Patriots, also clinched a playoff spot. 3 seed is the Jacksonville Jaguars, also clinching a playoff spot. 4 seed for now is the Pittsburgh Steelers. If they win one more game, they mathematically eliminate the Baltimore Ravens, who are in the hunt. 5 seed is the LA Chargers, who have clinched a playoff spot. 6 seed is the Buffalo Bills, also clinched a playoff spot. And right now, the 7th seed is the Houston Texans, contending with the Indianapolis Colts. If the Texans win this week, they will clinch that playoff spot. Our first game up is the Dallas Cowboys at the Washington Commanders. So for the Cowboys, they just need defensive players in this upcoming draft. Not really much else to say about this Cowboys team. Getting ready for next season, get some defense, get some defensive help for sure. As for the Commanders, this team is old. I do think they need to reset in a lot of positions. Hopefully they can get a little bit younger come this draft, but we will see. I got the Cowboys in this one. Cowboys 30, Commanders 24. We're getting near the end of the season, so a lot of these games, unfortunately, do not matter. Our midday game on Christmas Day is the Detroit Lions at the Minnesota Vikings. So for the Lions have to win out, and they need the Packers to lose out. I just don't think the Packers will lose out, unfortunately. So Packers just have to win one of their last 2 games. So Lions do not control their own fate, unfortunately. And I'm not really bummed out because the Lions defense looks awful. They look really, really bad. And their offense, they didn't turn it on early enough last week. So it just was not good for them. And I just think they need to control the clock better on offense. They're letting their defense be on the field a little bit too much for my liking. So yeah, I'm just very down on this Lions team, unfortunately, right now. As for the Vikings, I'm not a doctor, but it looked to me like JJ McCarthy's wrist or his hand is fractured when the doctor was pressing on it. You don't get that much pain from, just anything. It looked like it might have been fractured, but like I said, not a doctor, so we'll see what happens to JJ. I got the Lions in this one. Lions 27, Vikings 24. This one could go either way because the Vikings already beat the Lions this year, but I think the Lions will edge this one out. And finally, we are over to our Christmas Day night game. It is the Denver Broncos at the Kansas City Chiefs. On paper, this game looked a lot more interesting earlier in the season, so unfortunately now Chiefs just are not great. So for the Broncos, they got smacked in the mouth last week. I think that was a really good loss for them. They showed how vulnerable they could be. Their defense has to get back to what they were before their bye week. Since their bye week, they have not played good at all. So hopefully we can see this team get back to form. They need to stop turning the damn ball over, though. Too many fumbles, too many just boneheaded errors for this team. They need to get their shit together. As for the Chiefs, it looks like this Chiefs team has given up. They benched a ton of their starters. It just looks like this is kind of the end for this Kansas City Chiefs team for this season. I got the Broncos 28, Chiefs 10. This one could be a lot closer, but I definitely am leaning the Broncos. And over to our Saturday games. We have our Saturday midday game. It's the Houston Texans at the LA Chargers. Finally a good game. We have the Texans. Their D-line should feast this week. The LA Chargers offensive line is banged up. They should thrive. They should get to Justin Herbert early and often. I need to see this run game show up, though. I need to see something from Nick Chubb. I believe Woody is not injured this week, so hopefully we can just see this run game be very effective. And they need to walk out of this game with CJ Stroud still healthy. So hopefully we can see that because I want to see this team do some damage come playoff time. As for the Chargers, they had a mistake-free Justin Herbert last week. He looked like what everybody expects Justin Herbert to look like last week. So hopefully we can see that going forward. I think the offensive line has their work cut out for them this week. Just like I said when I was talking about the Texans defensive line, you need to protect Justin Herbert as much as you can this week against a really, really good Houston Texans team. And the defense has to show up this week. I am very excited for this matchup. These two teams have a lot of similarities, and they kind of have a lot of just room to improve. So I'm excited to see this game. I got the Texans, so I got the Texans 20, Chargers 17. Definitely leaning the Texans right now. And over to our Saturday night game, it is the Baltimore Ravens at the Green Bay Packers. So for the Ravens, the only path is to win out and the Steelers to lose out. The Steelers will not lose out. The Steelers play, spoiler alert, they play the Browns. And yeah, I don't think the Ravens are going to make the playoffs. Lamar, he has a back injury and it leaves him questionable. In my humble opinion, I think it's time to fire Harbaugh. Last week was inexcusable, in my opinion, when you bench Derrick Henry for the last 2 drives, essentially, and you just do not have him on the field. Your best player, the player that was carving them up, it makes absolutely no sense for him not to be on the field. So yeah, I that was boneheaded and moronic. I think Harbaugh, it is time for him to go. As for the Packers, if they win this week, they're in the playoffs. Simple as that for them. They control their own destiny. Jordan Love is still in concussion protocol, so I don't expect him to play this week. So I do think the Packers can still win this game without Jordan Love, and they need to lean heavily on the run game, which I know they can do. So hopefully we can see that from the Packers. Like I said, I think the Packers will win this game with or without Jordan Love. I got the Packers 23, Ravens 20. Starting our early window games on Sunday, we have the Arizona Cardinals at the Cincinnati Bengals. So for the Cardinals, fire everybody and reset. I don't think for the most part, I don't think there's anybody on that roster that I would keep. I would not keep any of the coaching staff either. I would not have an interim head coach or any of that shit. I would get rid of everybody, get a fresh start, and just start to reset this team. As for the Bengals, it is time to fire Zach Taylor. He is not the head coach that is going to lead you back to the Super Bowl, in my opinion. Just does not look promising. It just seems like it's a lost cause at this point, and I don't think you should be wasting Joe Burrow. So I would fire Zach Taylor and reset this team as well. I got the Bengals 31, Cardinals 27. This one, yeah, I'm leaning Bengals heavy. But yeah, I just think the Bengals will pull this out, even though it'll be a little bit of a high-scoring game. Our next game is the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns. So for the Steelers, win and you're in the playoffs. And I very much expect this Steelers team to win this game. You have to keep Aaron Rodgers healthy. If he is not healthy, you really don't have a prayer come playoff time. I don't think any of your backups are going to be good enough. So I think you got to make sure Aaron Rodgers escapes this game healthy and escapes Myles Garrett. You do not have DK for the last 2 games of this regular season. He had an absolutely idiotic thing that he did to that fan. You can never let that happen. You can't let them get under your skin. They will talk shit. You just got to let them, or stand back and just be yelling back at them. Or if you want, do what the NBA players do and get the referee to toss them out of the game. Simple as that. Don't go over and grab their shirt and try to start a fight. It's just completely boneheaded, in my opinion. But it is what it is. And after the Browns, when do we talk about firing Kevin Stefanski? I think we should be there. I think it was very, very dumb to go get just Sean Watson for what they gave up. And ever since then, they have been just eating shit, in my opinion. So I just do not think this Browns team is close anymore. And yeah, unfortunately, I would think about firing Stefanski at this point. I got the Steelers 27, Browns 17. I do not think the Browns have a prayer in this game. I got the Steelers for sure. Our next game is the New Orleans Saints at the Tennessee Titans. So for the Saints, I think we need to have a real conversation about Suge. I think he just looks a lot better than I had anticipated, and maybe he is the guy that you guys continue to build around. But as of right now, the conversation definitely needs to be had. As for the Titans, I would just completely rebuild this team around Cam Ward. I would go get a very offensive-minded head coach so they can build this team around Cam Ward and just see what this team can do going into the future. I do have the Saints in this one. This one, I expect it could go either way, but I'm leaning the Saints for sure. I got the Saints 28, Titans 27. Our next game is the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Indianapolis Colts. So for the Jaguars, their offense has been outstanding since week 11. They have scored so many points. I love what I'm seeing. Trevor Lawrence is playing great, not making a lot of mistakes, and this team just looks very ferocious, and they look like they are loving playing football, and I love what I'm seeing. I just need to see a little bit more from the run game, get ETN the ball a little bit more, and I think this team is damn near probably an AFC championship contender. As for the Colts, their defense was awful last week, letting up so many points against the Niners, which I understand. Niners are a really good team, but the defense did not do themselves any favors last week after they played really good against my Seahawks, which I think that was more to say about the Seahawks than it was for the Colts. Phillip Rivers can only do so much. He's doing the best he can. He's a 44-year-old man. He hasn't been playing football for the last 4 years, so he's doing the best he can for sure. And I think if you shut down Jonathan Taylor, this team will lose consistently. And for the last 2 weeks, Jonathan Taylor has been shut down. I got the Jaguars in this one, guys. I got the Jaguars 35, Colts 27. This is a rivalry game, so I expect this game to be a little bit closer, but I think the Jaguars are just too much, and the Colts will not be able to stop them. Oh, also, this will eliminate the Colts from playoff contention, by the way. Our next game is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Miami Dolphins. So for the Buccaneers, they have not looked good since the 49er game in Week 7, and I do not like what I'm seeing from this team. Baker's not playing well. I'm just this offense looks very, very poor right now, but they need to get their shit together. They still have a chance to win their division, so we will see this week. I think the defense, it should not be this bad. You have a defensive-minded head coach. The defense should not be this bad. You should not let up this many points consistently. They need to get their shit together for sure. As for the Dolphins, fire everybody and reset. I am done with this Dolphins team. I don't think they are close. I don't think benching Tua was the right decision, just because I don't think Quinn Ewers is better, but they wanted to see what he has. Does not have much. I was not impressed with Quinn Ewers in Texas. I do not think this team is very close. I got the Buccaneers pulling this one out. I got the Buccaneers 27, Dolphins 24. This one probably could go either way, depending on if the Dolphins show up or not. Our next game is the New England Patriots at the New York Jets. So for the Patriots, great bounce back game last week. I love what I saw, especially they went down, but they did not remain down, and they came back and beat the Ravens. I love what I saw from them. Hopefully we can continue to see this team be resilient and be really good. They need to lean on the run game a lot more. I need Stevenson to get the ball as much as he can. I like what I see from this team when they are balanced. Hopefully we can see that for sure. And if Stafford was not having the year he's having, Drake May would be the MVP. He's playing really good football. I love what I'm seeing from Drake May, but Stafford is running away with it. As for the Jets, I think you need to draft a quarterback. That's all I got to say about this dog shit Jets team. I have the Patriots. I got the Patriots 28, Jets 17. And now we're heading into the Seattle Seahawks at the Carolina Panthers. So for the Seahawks, I need the offense to play all 4 quarters. I need them to show up all 4 quarters and not just have those drives that stall out, not making boneheaded penalties, just getting absolutely just shit on. I need their offense to show up. I think you need to lean on Kenneth Walker more. He has looked consistently like our best running back. I need Kenneth Walker to get the ball significantly more. Defense is a little banged up. Our secondary was getting shit on last week just because we kept getting, it seemed like every other drive we were having somebody injured. So our defense is a little bit banged up, but I think this team can still be really, really good. As for the Panthers, I need a mistake-free Bryce Young this week. If mistake-free Bryce Young shows up, it's going to be very hard to beat this Carolina team. They are ferocious. They believe they can beat anybody, and that is just not a great thing for any team going against the Panthers. The run game has to be a factor this week. If the Seahawks can shut down the run game, it's going to be a long day for Bryce Young. I think the defense needs to get to Sam Darnold early and often, and we will see. If you guys know me at all, you'll understand this prediction. I got the Panthers 27, Seahawks 24. We'll see about this one for sure. Heading over to the late window of games, we have the New York Giants at the Las Vegas Raiders. Jesus Christ, why do we have to watch this? So for the Giants, they need a new O-line, wide receivers, defensive backs, and they need to be healthy. As for the Raiders, fire everybody and reset. This team's not close, in my opinion. I think you fire everybody, trade what you can, and just get ready for just a new regime to come in, because this version of Pete Carroll's team that he's brought over, I just don't think it's ever going to work. I got the Raiders, though. I got the Raiders 28, Giants 27. This one could go either way, but I don't know, man. I won't be watching this one for sure. Our next game, probably the game of the week, is the Philadelphia Eagles at the Buffalo Bills. So for the Eagles, if you can get mistake-free Jalen Hurts like you did last week, this team is going to be very hard to beat. Saquon is finally showing up these last few weeks, so finally, hopefully we can see that continue this week. Hopefully we can see that going into the playoffs for sure. The offense has to play all 4 quarters. They can't just play a second half resilience against a good team like this Buffalo Bills team if they want to win. As for the Bills, Josh Allen is expected to play despite his sore foot. They thought he might have fractured it. Not a fracture, just really sore. So just need to be able to protect Josh. I would not have Josh run against this really good Eagles defense. Just not a recipe for success if they want to keep Josh healthy. I think they need to lean on the best running back in the league this year. James Cook is playing really extremely good football, and I expect him to continue. So lean on him for sure. And I think if the defense shows up, I think the Bills will handedly win this. But Bills defense has not impressed me the last few weeks. I got the Eagles edging this one out. I got the Eagles 24, Bills 23. Our Sunday night football game is the Chicago Bears at the San Francisco 49ers. This is also probably considered game of the week for sure. Oh man, I'm excited for this one too. As for the Bears, they need to lean on the run game. They need to lean on it, and it needs to be a factor. The 49ers need to be afraid that you are going to run the ball, so you need to make sure you are leaning heavily on running the ball. I think the offensive line needs to protect Caleb. Give Caleb as much time as you can, and I have not seen Caleb try to be Superman too often this season, and I hope that continues, especially this week against a good San Francisco 49ers team. Try not to be Superman, Caleb. As for the Niners, Purdy played exceptional last week. He threw multiple touchdown passes. if you're a Niner fan, you love what you're seeing from Purdy. I'm excited to see this game, to see what they look like against a real contender in Chicago. So we will see. CMC is playing exceptional as well. He played great last week. He has played consistently well this year. Hopefully we can see that continue if you're a Niner fan. And the defense is doing enough to win. I know they let up a lot of points last week for Old Man Rivers, but they still got it done. And without their two best players, this team consistently continues to get it done. Unfortunately for me, I got the Niners in this one, guys. I got the Niners 28, Bears 24. We'll see about this one, but I'm hoping the Bears can pull it out. Heading over to Monday Night Football, it's the LA Rams at the Atlanta Falcons. So for the Rams, very, very disheartening loss last week. It's just that one kind of stings and stays with you. So hopefully they can get their shit together and get it going again this week. They need their secondary to show up consistently. You cannot be getting picked apart, and I expect this team to bounce back this week for sure. Kyren Williams has to be a factor if this team wants success. So get Kyren Williams the ball early and often. As for the Falcons, I don't think this team is close, but I don't think they need a reset. I just think they need to retool quite a few things, and I think this team can be there sooner rather than later come the future. I got the Rams for sure. I got the Rams 35, Falcons 20, and guys, that is our Week 17 predictions. What did you guys think? It is the second to last week of the regular season. I can't wait for the playoffs. It's going to be awesome. Thank you guys for joining me on this journey. I will catch you guys next week.